Hey everybody, this is Mad Matt Carter. Thank you so much for watching the AIWF Network YouTube channel as well as the AIWF Ringside Wrestling channel. If you like what you see, please do us a big favor. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that bell to get notifications every time we post new videos on both our channels. It means a lot to us, and thanks a lot for watching once again.
Hey, who is Deezel and Razor? Do you know who they are?
The Razor, he done he used to be in ECW. He done a Razor Ramon takeoff at one time, and it called him Slice and Dice. That's the only thing I know about him. The Deezel they got now used to work as Dr. Isaac Yankum.
Who they pulled teeth?
You remember Isaac Yankum in WWF?
Hey, look, one more question. I'll leave you alone.
All right.
What happened to Extreme? Don't come on this Saturday.
I don't know, man. I was getting it on satellite until about 3 weeks ago, and I don't get it no more either.
Really?
Evidently, there's a lot of stuff going on within the ECW right now, and I got a feeling it's not for the good.
You can't find out nothing for them?
I will try to find out all I can. I do know that ECW and WWF are working together now.
Hey,
So,
look, what do you think about that Buried Alive match?
it's stupid.
I mean...
It is stupid, just like the Boiler Room Brawl. It's stupid. It's WWF's pitiful attempt to gain a little more popularity and to get some recognition.
What in the world would somebody get out of dirt like that?
It's stupid, man. It's just like I said. It's their attempt to get noticed because WCW is taking all their spotlight away from them.
Oh, I appreciate it, dude.
All right, man. Don't forget now, we'll show later on in the show, they found the tape. You know, I talked to you about it last week, that we was looking for the tape. We found the tape, the big brawl at the boxing center, okay? Well, the last time we was up there, and we will cover that, and we'll show you what happened. It was unbelievable the last time at the boxing center. Plus, okay, we will be telling you a little bit about the upcoming show back to Martinsville, AIWF coming back to Martinsville on November 9th at the Boxing Center. And as you know, what's been going on between me, Brian Danzig, Bad Brad, and the Mercenaries, that is going to be a 6-man match that'll be on that card right there. Okay? We're going to get set up. Charles wants to interview me. We're going to get set up for that. We got to take a quick commercial, get everything straightened out here, and we'll be right back with the big interview right after this.
Have you been following that crazy ad in the bulletin that says, will Krotz ever make up his mind? What is he going to call his business? Is it going to be Krotz Custom Cars or Krotz Body Shop or Henry County Collision? Well, I think he's finally made up his mind. He's going to call it Virginia Auto Center, where quality always comes first.
Hi, I'm Gary Krotz. I'm president of Virginia Auto Center. You may know us as Martinsville Henry County Collision Repair. You may know us as Krotz Custom Cars. You may know us as the body shop for the local Toyota dealership or the local Nissan dealership. Or you may just know us as that place that does quality repair on your automobile from time to time. Whatever you know us as, we're now Virginia Auto Center. We appreciate everybody coming by that has helped support us through the years, and hopefully we've been deserving of that support. And we thank you, and if you ever need us, just give us a call.
Gary puts in his ads in the yellow pages that car will be fixed right. He sees to it is. We've got a lot of good people that work here. He's kind of hand-picked everybody here and kind of specializing in the field that they do the best. The guy's strong suit is doing actual body work, plastic work, repairing dents. That's what he does. You don't try to make a painter out of a body man. You don't try to make a body man out of a painter. We do have people that can take it from start to finish and do it all.
There are a lot of great things going on at Virginia Auto Center in Collinsville. You need to stay tuned because they could be moving into a larger location to serve you. And also they may be giving a trip to Disney World. Stay tuned to this station for more details. Virginia Auto Center, 105th Avenue in Collinsville. Call them at 647-8033. And they're located right across the street from Rollabout Skating Rink.
If you want good service and good quality work, come see us at Virginia Auto Center.
Okay, we're back. And I've got with me now, Charles is up here. Charles wants to do this interview with me, so we're going to give him about 5 minutes here.
You going to let me take over your show for a second?
Charles, hey, man, you know, you run the station. Me and you're going to sit here and rap. What do you want to talk to me about?
About the AIWF.
I'm here, man. I'm
I
listening.
mean, there's signs that this organization is falling apart.
The AIWF is not falling apart. Yeah, we've got some shakeups in the offices. They're dealing with this takeover from a Texas corporation. That they're dealing with. They really got the last show that we done up here. We had such a great response that was a big boost for the AIWF. We've got the Texas guys on the run, so to speak. I think that'll be dealt with. The women thing that where they had the discrimination suit taken that has been dealt with. The women are hired. They're in the office, both of them.
Forget all this. I mean, the latest controversy is Sebastian Kane is now going to leave the organization.
Sebastian Kane, yes, Sebastian Kane has left the AIWF. That was the big thing.
That, folks, do you realize what kind of news we're talking about here? Sebastian Kane he's been the backbone. Some people say he's the backbone of the organization, and here you're saying that he's gone.
Sebastian Kane has walked out of the AIWF. Yes, he has left. The best
but I heard. Let me tell you what I heard. I heard that he was forced out.
I don't think it was as much forced out as the fact that he could not come to terms. This is just from what I've heard, okay? Right. And you know me, I'm like you, Charles.
Would you allow him to come on the show and talk to you about it?
Sebastian Kane is not allowed to have any dealings with any part of the AIWF stemming.
The next question I need to ask you is, what influence did you have on that makeup of that decision?
I don't make the decision.
I mean, there's some people that say Rick Deezel has too much influence in the AIWF.
I may have. I don't know if you could say that I have a lot of influence as much as I can relate what the fans want to the offices. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This didn't have nothing to do with the fans. But
there's some fans that like Sebastian Kane. And what are you doing here? You don't like the guy. I mean, you admittedly don't like the guy.
No, I don't like Sebastian Kane. I don't like Don Carson. I don't have any use whatsoever for the TVA. But this decision come from within the offices. He could, from best that I could tell from my investigation, so to speak, into this, Sebastian Kane and the AIWF offices could not reach an agreement on something. Mm-hmm. So it was an internal thing. I don't know. Maybe his mommy wouldn't let him play no more. I don't know. But whatever it is, Sebastian Kane is gone from the AIWF. The AIWF has not allowed him to.
Well, can I talk about some of the rumors?
Sure.
I hear that there's some women problems that he's having.
Well, that is a rumor. That is a rumor. That is one. You know how when something like this gets going, it's rumor mill. You know what I'm saying? It's the rumor mill gets started. It could be anything. Yes, a lot of people do know about Sebastian Kane's.
What's this woman's name? I've seen her go off on the air here.
Dawn. I used to know both of them very well until all of this with Rick Deezel and the TVA come about.
Most people think Dawn's kind of a little bitchy.
Let me tell you something. To be honest with you, Charles, I can't name a whole handful of people that don't think she's a little bitchy. But I mean, you know, women are like that. My woman's like that. My woman's a little bitchy at times. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's just not. It's not something that I can really go into depth because I don't know that much about.
Why can't you? You're Rick Deezel. You talk about anything.
No, I'll talk about it. I'll tell you what I know. But as far as their home, since they have got their new home, I have not set foot in it once.
Oh, new home.
I don't know what their home life is like.
What's the new home about? Where is the new home?
They've got a home in Mount Airy, North Carolina. They have bought them a home in Mount Airy, North Carolina. I couldn't tell you. I haven't seen it. Like I said, I've not set foot in it. It's got to be nice. Sebastian Kane has always strived to have the best or nothing at all.
Right.
My question is, and you know this question is going through your mind, Charles, what about Don Carson now?
Mm-hmm. Been a rival enemy of yours.
And he's alone.
He's what?
He's alone now. Right. He has no part. Robert Roma has not been seen
since. Would you team up with Don Carson? Is that in the picture?
No, that is not in the picture. I would not team up with Don Carson. I have no reason to team up.
Ever?
Ever. as the way I feel about Don Carson right now, I could not see myself stepping in the ring in any capacity whatsoever other than against him. Not
See,
with
that's,
him.
that's what just gets me about all this wrestling. One, make you guys are mad as heck at the guy, and then next week you're teaming up with him. I mean, there's not a lot of lawyers in this business, would you say?
No, there's not. You got the key word right there, Charles, and I know what brought this on for you. I know what.
What's going on back here? Ed, we'll get to Eddie in a minute.
Yeah, get on there and tell him we'll get to him in a minute. I know what's brought all this on because you was very interested in the whole Bad Brad situation. And I seen the look on your face when you seen him walk in that cage, and it was utter amazement. That's the best way to put it.
Yep.
You was amazed.
Yep.
And yeah, in this business, Charles, there is a lot of loyalties and disloyalties. It's a dog-eat-dog business. There's mood swings and everything's constantly changing.
Right.
But in this business, you either got to be a big dog or get off the porch. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, loyalties change a lot. A lot of things change, and you got to do whatever it takes to get ahead in this business. And you may hate.
But you guys, you'll do anything, Rick. If it means going against somebody for the money, I've seen you do that.
Yeah, I'm not beyond that. Well, I tell you what, Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine agrees with you 100%, Charles. In the top 500 this month, and I don't know if I've got my copy out in the car. And if anybody's out there can hear me and I got my copy out in the car, go get it, bring it to me. I want Charles to see this. They've got a picture of me. I was ranked 328 in the world this year.
That's not that good, Rick.
Out of the top 500, but there's probably 10,000 wrestlers in this world.
All right.
Okay, I was ranked 328.
I don't know.
They got a picture in that magazine, and under the picture it's wrote, "Deezel will use any weapon available."
Yeah.
And it shows me hitting Bad Brad with a chair, who is now my tag team.
But you know that goes beyond. Of course, I myself sometimes in battles and so forth, but I don't use anything I can find or go against people that have helped me. I mean, I don't understand that whole makeup. I don't understand.
The whole business of wrestling. I've said it before. I'll say it again.
I mean, is there a wrestler
get
out there?
ahead?
Is there a wrestler out there that's made up different than that? Somebody that's straight-laced, that just wants to wrestle and wants to beat the guy, or why does all these personalities have to get into it?
I'd say, I'm telling you, until a few weeks ago, everybody thought Hulk Hogan was the ultimate good guy. And was so a few months ago, and now look at him. You got to get ahead in this business. You know what I'm saying? It's just like corporate takeovers. You know what I'm saying? You cut your corners if you have to. You go by the rules if you can. It's eat or be eaten. That's what it is. The dog-eat-dog world. We're all wearing milk-bone underwear. You know what I'm saying? And you do whatever it takes to get ahead, to get to the top spot.
Where's your limit?
My limit?
Yeah.
You talking about in the ring?
Yeah. What will you not do?
There's not a whole lot I won't do to get ahead.
Still, what it takes?
And as far as in this wrestling business, yeah. And the fans know that, and they accept that. Even in Pro Wrestling Illustrated, it says, and I'll admit this, Charles, even though you think I won't, in the AIWF, Rick Deezel is one of the most hated wrestlers in the AIWF, except in Martinsville, Virginia.
Why is that?
The best I can figure is because I'm here with the people every week. They can relate to me.
But I can't relate to that, Deezel. I mean, you say you'll do anything it takes. Anything.
I can get along with Martinsville fans, I guess because for going on 2 years, I've sat here in this chair every Saturday, and I've talked to them one-on-one. They've all become like my best friends. And, yeah, I'll do whatever it takes to win in that ring, but when I'm in Martinsville, Virginia, I'm doing whatever it takes to win for those fans.
Right.
Everywhere else, I don't really care. They've never treated me that good. I treat fans the way they treat me.
Yeah, but a lot of it is how you treat others. And I remember the day you first came into town on that pickup truck. You remember that?
I come into town a long time ago, Charles, with the same attitude toward these fans that I have toward every other fan in the AIWF. And
you came into town and you said ain't nothing but a red. I mean, you have a memory problem.
No, Charles, you know, I did. I badmouthed the fans.
Tell me the day you came in. Tell me what you said.
The first thing I said about Martinsville, Virginia when I come in is this ain't nothing but a redneck, backwoods, inbred, hillbilly, love thy mother in certain ways type of town.
But some people would say you're the perfect example of that.
There's a lot of people that would say that, but but like I said, my attitude then and my attitude now toward these people.
A lot of
after
times
almost 2 years.
you're what you accuse others of being, Rick.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't saying I'm not a big redneck, okay?
Are you a big redneck?
I very well could be honest with you. But I've said it so many times, I view the fans in Martinsville so much differently than I view the fans in other towns. Maybe if I sat down and took the time to get to know the fans in other areas like I do the fans up here, my attitude would change about them.
Mm-hmm.
But I could care less what everybody else thinks of me. I try to please these fans up here.
Mm-hmm.
That's my goal for Martinsville. Anywhere else, my wrestling style, Charles, and you've seen it. You've been to Mount Airy. You've seen me wrestle there, and you've seen me wrestle up here. My wrestling style in the ring does not change.
Mm-hmm.
But my attitude toward the fans does.
Tough question coming up here. Who in the AIWF is better than you are?
Nobody.
What?
Nobody.
You are a little cocky on that.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
See, I think Bad Brad he definitely has more crowd appeal than you ever had, and I'm wondering how long this relationship's gonna last because I saw
as long as Brad keeps himself in line, me and him.
I think you're jealous of Brad. That's what I see.
I don't. Well, I will tell you this: Brad has always had more popularity than me.
And that bothers
except
you.
in
And that bothers you, Rick Deezel.
It may bother me a little, Charles, but I can deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can deal with it if it gets my goal in the ring took care of. If I can get what I need done in the ring, and right now my goal in this sport, in this ring, in the ring when I step in, my goal is to take care of business with the mercenaries. That's all that's on my mind. I don't care about Don Carson. And you've seen what he done to me. I don't care about the tag team titles, and you know how precious they were to me. You know how I cherish those belts. But right now, they can wait. I want this thing with the mercenaries. I want to hit, and I want to hit hard. And it's going to hit here in Martin. That's where I want it to happen.
But you have to admit it's pretty funny for you to sit up here and say you like Bad Brad.
Well,
Pretty funny.
That may be a good word, Charles. I may be a big phony for saying I like Bad Brad because I don't.
You don't.
I do not like Bad Brad as of this moment.
Why is that?
But he has told me, he has begged me. He come to my house. I threw stuff at him. Me and him argued. We raised hell at each other. And he would not leave my house till I told him I would give him this chance. He had my career in the palm of his hand, Charles, in Mount Airy, North Carolina, just 2 weeks ago. He could have ended it. If he'd hit me in the head with that chair, this little scar that I got here that goes from here to here would have went from here to here. And my whole career would have been over. But he did not do that. And I got to give him credit for that. I got to give him the benefit of the doubt for just a while.
All right, last question. A lot of talk about you getting out of the AIWF, that the rumors are that you really don't like the AIWF. They pay you to be a front man, but you really don't like it, and that you want to get with the bigger leagues and get some national exposure. I mean, there's a lot of talk. I mean, there's not a week that goes by that we don't hear rumors about this kind of thing. What's the truth of that? And, will you be honest answering your question?
I'll be honest with you. There's nothing that would please me more in this sport than to be a household name all over the world.
So you're saying that you would leave the AIWF?
That, I'm very loyal to the AIWF. And right here, you see all these lines lit up right here? That's the reason why.
But there is there's evidence after evidence after evidence that shows that you're not real loyal to the AIWF. I mean, we have seen it time and time after again. We've heard you talking to Ted Turner. We've heard you talking, deal after deal. I mean, Rick, there's evidence out there that this ain't true.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Charles, not too long ago, when I thought I was going to lose this talk show, I come real close to walking out of the AIWF.
Why is that?
Because this, to be honest with you, this talk show and the fans here in Martinsville is really the only thing that's keeping me here. I will be
So you're not loyal to the AIWF?
I'm loyal to the fans, and as long as they can keep me here on this talk
But
show.
you really don't care about the AIWF?
The AIWF itself, I mean, if it folds under and it goes away, there'll be other organizations I can do the same thing in. I may not have a whole lot of loyalty to the AIWF itself, okay? I mean, I'm loyal as long as they keep the paychecks coming, as long as they keep me on television. I'm loyal to them as far as business-wise. Emotionally, I can go anywhere and do the same thing.
You know what you're saying? But you're saying you're an egomaniac and you got to have the TV, you got to have that outlet where you can express your words or talk to your fans. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, in a nutshell, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. If that's the way it's got to be, then yes, that's what I'm saying. But I think these fans can accept me for that because they know that whenever I'm here, I'm with them. Whenever I step in that ring, I'm for them.
All right. Enough questions. We're going to take a commercial break. And will you let us have this opportunity again where we can sit down? And
Yes. Anytime you want to come up here and chat with me, Charles.
You have to admit sometimes you're a shady character, Rick Deezel. And
Oh, I'm the shadiest character in the AIWF. I don't deny that a bit.
okay. You said it. All right, folks. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Virginia Auto Center Sales and Service is now open in Collinsville with some of the prettiest cars that you'll find in this area. It's owned by Gary Crott and run by the expertise of Jerry Lawless.
Well, we've always wanted to get the car business. We've always sold some through the years and played with some, and this just gives us a chance to sell a few more here, and we're really excited about it.
Fresh cars, we got anything from cars from $39.95 all the way up to $14,000. We've got sports cars, family cars, trucks, name it, we got it. And if we don't have it, we'll get it. We take a lot of pride in what we've got. I've been in this business 23 years, and we know in order to stay here, you've got to take care of your customers. So we want to bring everybody in, my past customers, Gary's past customers, and all our cars are going to have warranties, and we're very excited.
Come see some of the prettiest cars that you'll see in this area at the Virginia Auto Center in Collinsville at the Holiday Shopping Center. It's the Virginia Auto Center. Stop by now and take a look at some of the great-looking cars that you'll see at Virginia Auto Center in Holiday Shopping Center.
Right there, coming from the mercenaries themselves, right here on AIWF. Hello, you on there? Hello? Why does it say microphone muted? Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Rick Deezel, how you doing?
Howdy, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. I just want to know what it's going to feel like.
What's what gonna feel like?
When you lick my boots, you sorry maggot. This is Breckenridge.
Oh, man!
You've been court-martialed. You and your two partners, do you understand?
Listen.
The mercenaries are going to take you just like we've took everything we've ever wanted.
I'm going to tell you something, Breckenridge, and I've been telling these fans this up here for a long time. And we just got through watching part of your little interview that you guys done, all right? Yes, that's fine. If you want more of my blood, you're going to have to step in the ring to get it. And when you step in the ring, you think you come close to ending my career, you, Havoc, and that punk Butch Steele, you ain't seen nothing yet, buddy boy.
You call this a war?
This ain't nothing but a war.
That's what we're trained for. That's what we're made for. And the man in black has a word for you. Take it, Black. Dang. Did you hear that, Rick Deezel?
I hear what he's got to say. You tell your little Amish manager to go somewhere and find him a horse and wagon and go west, because that's the only place he's going to be safe. He don't want to get caught up in this, because I don't think his Social Security benefits can cover the injuries.
We don't need it. You're the one that's going to need it. And that's final. Do you understand, you puke?
This is going to be something, you know, that like this town. Charles, you want to see something like this town ain't never seen? You think the Don Carson incident was bad? You ain't seen nothing yet. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Rick.
What's happening?
I heard that you thought Ric Flair was going to turn to NWO.
No, I don't think Ric Flair's going to turn to the NWO. As a matter of fact, Ric Flair getting ready to go in for shoulder surgery. He ain't going to be able to do much of nothing for a while.
Oh, some people told me that you thought he was.
No, I don't think he is. If I said that, I said it was a mistake. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't really think he was. There was a big rumor going around that he might, but I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. Matter of fact, look, in my opinion, when they pick Ric Flair's replacement for Halloween Havoc, it'll be Jeff Jarrett.
So, like Charles said, it is weird for you to sit up there and talk about Bad Bro now.
Oh, I can imagine how weird it is, because me and Brad used to have one of the most violent. We had an awful feud for a while. I mean, you know, I put him out of wrestling with rib injuries, and I sat there and told Charles, I don't like Brad. Brad has got to re-earn my entire respect, and he's only just begun. The boy has got a long road to hoe. You know what I'm saying? Before he can actually. I mean, the whole time when these six-man matches come across, and the first one will hit on November 9th right here in Martinsville. When those matches come around, Brad is going to be watched by me just as much in that ring as the mercenaries are.
Is he going to be wrestling?
Brad will be in mine and Brian's corner. He will be our partner in those six-man matches.
Oh, so that was going to be it there.
Yes, it'll be me, Brian, and Brad against the mercenaries at the Boxing Center on November 9th.
I don't like that. Well, let's go, Rick.
All right, then. Hey. Come on. Hello, you're on there.
Hey, Rick.
What's going on?
You know, I'm going to be late for the wedding, but anyway. I had to call in. I saw the interview.
Uh-huh.
I've been waiting on line.
I do apologize.
I call in on this Sebastian thing. First of all, I've talked, you know, I'm in with AIWF offices sometimes, back and forth. And it's a combination of a lot of different things for people that's wondering. I think it started when he chokeslammed the referee, Don Hopkins.
Yeah.
I think it started, and then the double attack on me, Boxing Center, I think that had something to do with it. And then in Mary, the ball bat situation where he actually went all the way to the entrance door, stepped out of the ring, and threatened me personally with a ball bat, which, you know, I never left my corner.
Well, I think Sebastian Kane,
part of it, not all of it.
A lot of it was, yeah, you're right, Eddie. He was getting out of control. He was. And maybe the AIWF decided it was time to bring him and whatever problems he had under control. Maybe he couldn't handle it, and I don't know what the whole deal is, but he's gone. Sebastian Kane has left the AIWF, walked out.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I don't like Sebastian Kane. I'm like you. I don't like Don Carson. Look at the things they've done to me.
Exactly. But
he's a tremendous talent. I'm not going to take that away from him. And I think it's a shame that he can't control himself enough that, you know, he can't wrestle in an organization and not get kicked out. I mean, I lose control sometimes, but, you know, I stepped up to the plate last time I was at the Boxing Center. I don't want to get kicked out of the AIWF.
Well, the AIWF has not
kicked him out.
They have not formally said that they kicked him out. I believe they give him some options.
Yeah.
And they were not to his satisfaction, and he left.
But, you know, they don't tell me but so much, just like they tell you.
Exactly. They tell me what they think I need to know.
That part of the reasons were because that he was out of control, you know, and that's about all they would tell me.
Exactly.
And I don't know if that were first just to him or to him and Don. Maybe they're trying to send a message to Don Carson as well.
Well, I'm interested in what Don Carson's going to do. Will he remain with the AIWF, or will he leave the AIWF? I mean, where does his loyalty stand now? Will he leave with his tag team partner? Because, I mean, it has not been said that Don Carson and Sebastian Kane left the AIWF. It's just said that Sebastian Kane has left the AIWF. What's Don Carson going to do?
That's a good question.
Exactly.
What I'm wondering, I mean, I don't really want to see Don go. I don't like Don. But, like I said, he's a geezer with good talent, too. I don't like Don Carson. I don't like his attitude. I don't like some of the things he does. I think he's out just like Sebastian's time, just to hurt people. But, he is a good talent. If he could get himself under control as well, I think maybe everything will be okay. Maybe they're trying to send a message to him. I don't know.
Well, plus, if Don Carson stays in the AIWF,
he'll be on his own, and he won't be able to have the double team on 140 pounds.
Exactly, and with all the chaos that the TVA has caused in this organization, with all of the trouble that they've started and the fights they've picked, now he has to stand up to them by himself.
Well, I will say that. I mean,
nobody's seen Robert Roma since the big turn in Mount Airy. How long ago? Freaking what? August?
Yeah, it's been at least a month.
It's been like over 2 months.
You're right. It's probably been close to 2 months.
And Robert Roma turned and supposedly joined the TVA, and now he can't be found. Where did he go?
I'll tell you what, though, and I'm going to get on some other things real quick so I can get off here. I don't want to take up too much time, but, the Bad Brad situation, I didn't really like the way Bad Brad left the AIWF. I think personally, I'm not going to say he was scared of you, but I think maybe he thought he was getting in too deep. Maybe it was too much on him emotionally. He couldn't handle it, and I think maybe he thought, well, maybe I just need to get out for a while and just rethink what I'm doing here, because I think maybe he realized what a close relationship you two used to have, and then he just threw it away. And I think maybe he realized, wait a minute, maybe I'm getting into this thing too deep. Maybe I need to think this thing over. It's no big secret. He's went to other organizations and wrestled. But, I'd like to get an interview with him. I'm talking to AIWF about it. Hopefully I can get it. We have our next card in Smith Grove. I can get an interview with him there. And
that would be super.
We can air it on here, and he can come out. I mean, I'm not going to pull any punches. You know me. I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to ask him where he's been, what he's been doing since he's been gone. Was he scared of you? What was the real reasons that he left the AIWF?
Go for it. You can be like Charles was on the big surprise interview up here a little while ago.
I was really surprised.
That surprised me.
I didn't expect much. Charles did a good job, and I do have one thing to say to you, Rick, before I get off here. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be with AIWF, because I'll tell you what, I come up to you and I asked you, I said, can you talk to the AIWF for me? I'd never had any announcing experience, or any kind of experience. I just watched wrestling my whole life and got into it, and you said, yeah, come down to Mount Airy and talk to him. You got me, I went down there and I talked to him. If it hadn't been for you telling me where I need to go, it would never have happened.
Did you set the screen?
I went to the map for you, Eddie.
Come here,
man. Wait a minute, where are we going here? We're going to set that situation here and happen.
Right here.
What is it, brawl or?
I don't know. All I see is people.
I know, I see. I saw what's going on.
We'll bring you up here. Come here.
Did you see this before I had to get off there?
Now, wait a minute.
That's me and Don Carson.
I was downstairs on this, and I was beat up pretty bad. I wish y'all could show the video, what happened.
What's
Maybe
going
you don't
on?
have to, but I'd like our fans to see exactly, maybe the reason that Sebastian Kane got the AIWF. Maybe they understand how strong he really is. Well, I'm going to let you go, then.
All right, Eddie. Thanks for calling.
I'd like to say, I'm going to get married today, and everybody watching, come on.
Right in the street. Get out in the street.
That says, will Krotz ever make up his mind? What is he going to call his business? Is it going to be Krotz Custom Cars or Krotz Body Shop or Henry County Collision? Well, I think he's finally made up his mind. He's going to call it Virginia Auto Center, where quality always comes first.
Hi, I'm Gary Krotz. I'm president of Virginia Auto Center. You may know us as Martinsville Henry County Collision Repair. You may know us as Krotz Custom Cars. You may know us as the body shop for the local Toyota dealership or the local Nissan dealership. Or you may just know us as that place that does quality repair on your automobile from time to time. Whatever you know us as, we're now Virginia Auto Center. We appreciate everybody coming by that has helped support us through the years, and hopefully we've been deserving of that support. And we thank you, and if you ever need us, just give us a call.
Gary puts in his ads in the yellow pages that car will be fixed right. He sees to it is. We've got a lot of good people that work here. He's kind of hand-picked everybody here and kind of specialized them in the field that they do the best. The guy's strong suit is doing actual body work, plastic work, repairing dents. That's what he does. You don't try to make a painter out of a body man. You don't try to make a body man out of a painter. We do have people that can take it from start to finish and do it all.
There are a lot of great things going on at Virginia Auto Center in Collinsville. You need to stay tuned because they could be moving into a larger location to serve you. And also they may be giving a trip to Disney World. Stay tuned to the station for more details. Virginia Auto Center, 105th Avenue in Collinsville. Call them at 647-8033. And they're located right across the street from Rollabout Skating Ring.
If you want good service and good quality work, come see us at Virginia Auto Center.
Virginia Auto Center Sales and Service is now open in Collinsville with some of the prettiest cars that you'll find in this area. It's owned by Gary Krotz and run by the expertise of Jerry Lawless.
Well, we've always wanted to get in the car business. We've always sold some through the years and played with some, and this just gives us a chance to sell a few more here, and we're real excited about it.
Fresh cars, we got anything from cars from $39.95 all the way up to $14,000. We've got sports cars, family cars, trucks, name it, we got it. And if we don't have it, we'll get it. We take a lot of pride in what we've got. I've been in this business 23 years, and we know in order to stay here, you've got to take care of your customers. So we want to bring everybody in, my past customers, Gary's past customers, and all our cars are going to have warranties, and we're very excited.
Come see some of the prettiest cars that you'll see in this area at the Virginia Auto Center in Collinsville at the Holiday Shopping Center. It's the Virginia Auto Center. Stop by now and take a look at some of the great-looking cars that you'll see at Virginia Auto Center in Holiday Shopping Center.
You know, Brian, on the 28th of September 1996, that's a date that's buried into my brain. That's the date that the mercenaries, Major Havoc, Major Breckenridge, and Drill Sergeant Butch Steele decided they want to try to end my career. That's the date that they picked to pick on Rick Deezel, Brian Danzig. And they decided to call one Bad Brad to come in and help them. Well, it all turned around on them. It all didn't work. That's right. Brad's not here with us right now because me and Brian, we come back to our element. You see this? You see, get a shot of these buildings. Get a shot of all of this. This is the streets. This is where me and Brian hangs out. This is where we play. This is where we think. And this is where we're at. Brad, he's doing his thing. He'll be there when it comes time. When it comes time for us to face the mercenaries one-on-one. But right now, me and Brian's back in our element. We're back in the streets. We're back where we belong. Where we feel safe.
That's right, Rick. Mercenaries, it was bad enough we got defeated for our tag team titles by the Ghost Riders in a cage. Then you had to stick your ugly noses in where it doesn't belong after we've been defeated, beaten down, bloody, that's when you attack us. Yeah, you're real big men, aren't you? You're big military men, army men, right? Well, that proves how tough you are. You have to attack beaten men already. You can't face us one-on-one.
Well, you started this war. I've said it before. I'm not calling this a feud. I'm calling this a war. Even Don Carson and the TVA couldn't bring us back to the streets to think. Even Don Carson and TVA couldn't put us back in this element to get prepared for a war that's going to blow the top off the AIWF. Tag team titles, they'll wait. TVA, you ain't nothing to us no more. We beat you down. You're nothing. You're scum. You're out of our way. Mercenaries. That's who we're thinking about. That's who we're thinking about when we're here. Home in the streets. We're coming for you.
That's it. That's it, right there. That's it. Me and Brian, we went back to where we belong, and we're ready. We are so ready for this one that it ain't funny. Oh, this is going to be so brutal. So brutal. I can't wait. Hello, you're on the air.
What's up, Rick?
What's happening?
Not much. You seem a little uptight today.
I am. Well, I mean, you know, ever since this thing with the mercenaries has happened, this kind of had me wired up, man. I got about 2 hours sleep last night, all right? Then Charles pulled this surprise interview on me today, so that kind of got me a little, you know what I'm saying? That caught me off guard.
How come you ain't returned my call, dude?
Man, I will. I promise. Right, that number's right there. As soon as I go off air today, so help me cross my heart.
Oh, don't worry. We can discuss it now if you'd like.
Hey, okay.
You said that boxing center only hold about 100-some seats?
I'd say, yeah.
What about someone financing a new place for AIWF to wrestle around here?
It could be discussed. I mean, you know.
Because we have a pretty good idea, and we just like to see what you think especially.
Okay.
You think you're like the spokesperson of AIWF.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I'm the go-between between them and the fans, I guess.
And we have a pretty good building. We might like you to check it out. It'll hold way more than 100. See what you think.
Okay.
All right, well, so will you give me a call after the show?
Yeah, I'll do it, man.
All right, I appreciate it, man.
All right, then. Hello, talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Rick?
What's happening, man?
How's it going? Hey, I think, for one thing, you need to get rid of those washed-up people that you're wrestling with and get into WCW, WWF. I think you're a better wrestler than to be wrestling the AIWF.
Well, I tell you, you want to know the main reason why, and I think Charles covered this pretty good a while ago. We'll get into it again. One of the main reasons why I stay where I'm at so much is because here I've worked hard and I've made it to the top, okay? Yep. And I really don't feel like going to another organization and starting at the bottom. But and that's exactly where they'll start me.
You wouldn't start at the bottom of these others. I don't think. I think you're a better wrestler than to be wrestling with the AIWF.
Well, it wasn't that long ago I was talking to the other ones, and they pretty much told me, you know, yeah, we'll bring you in. We'll lay the money on the table here. We'll sign the contract. But, you know, you've got to earn what you get, you know. And I was like, well, I mean, I know I can. I mean, and I say, you know, I've got my own talk show. I'm a star in the AIWF, you know. Why not bring me in, give me some title shots, you know, give me some main event matches. And they're like, well, you know, we'll start you out wrestling, you know, maybe some Das Wunderkind, Alex Wright, and you know, we'll let you do some wrestle Bobby Eaton, you know. And I'm like, nobody ever sees these guys. Why should I have to go and to me, that's starting at the bottom again. You know, and WWF I won't even talk to, especially now after they stole our idea for the talk show.
Well, I think the AIWF is going to probably go the way of Smoky Mountain Wrestling. It's probably going to go out of business before long because it doesn't have enough following. And I think you ought to go ahead and move on up while you can and get your shots while you can.
Well, you may have a real good point there, man.
I like your attitude.
That's something to consider. It really is. It is something to consider. AIWF has been around for, actually, for going on 6 years now.
Yep.
And they are growing, believe it or not. So, but you may have a good point. They may go the same route as Smoky Mountain. I hope they don't. Whether I stay with them or not, I wish them all the luck in the world, but you may have a real good point there.
But let me ask you another question. The NWO, how they're sponsoring that race car,
Yeah.
how long do you think that's going to last?
Well, they better come up with some more money or it ain't going to last past the last race that he wrecked in.
Yeah, that's the only reason I thought it was just a big joke that they was going to get Kyle Petty to drive the car, and I tuned into the race.
There he was.
Got off work, and then he wrecked, and I seen the car, and I thought,
yeah,
there it is. But like I say, I think you're a better wrestler than the group you're involved in, and I think you need to go ahead and move on up, and I'm 100% behind you.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
Well, see, what we had this problem. What's the problem? What we had. How'd that feel, boy? Come on, let me show you how I accept apology. Now you see how things get done in the real world. Tennessee violates authority the way ass was meant to be kicked. We accept.
Right there is exactly what Eddie was talking about. Stuff like that right there, in my opinion and Eddie's opinion, led the AIWF to try to control Sebastian Kane. I know they give him several options. He would not accept them, and he walked out. That was a 140-pound announcer. And you see what they done to him. Just watch this. I mean, my God. They almost ripped the guy's head off. They can't handle men in the ring, so they take little announcers and try to break them in half. And then in Mount Airy, North Carolina, a week later, Sebastian Kane threatened him with a baseball bat. You know what I'm saying? But it's led to Sebastian Kane leaving the AIWF. I know Eddie. It's not over. It's going to be very interesting in the weeks to come. What will Don Carson do now that he's started all of this and he has to deal with it on his own? That's what I'm interested in. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
This is Dickie.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nothing good.
You see Eddie bouncing off the mat there?
Huh?
You see Eddie bouncing around the ring like a basketball?
Yeah, but I'm afraid you might have heard him.
Well, he come very close to me. Eddie took a pounding that night, that's for sure.
I heard you got hurt pretty bad the other night, almost.
Yeah, my career in wrestling almost ended on the 28th in Mount Airy, North Carolina.
You know, I always wondered, how do y'all take stuff like that?
It's not easy, man. I'm telling you. I live with pain every day of my life. I've got elbows that are totally almost destroyed, knees bad. My body is a total wreck, but I will not leave this sport. I love it too much. There's nothing that I know of other than the good Lord himself that can take me away from this sport.
I was the one that called in one time and we heard each other's feelings. I just want you to know that, are y'all going to start that wrestling network next year?
It's in the process, man.
What channel would it be on?
We don't know for sure yet.
24 hours a day?
24 hours a day.
7 days a week?
7 days a week.
Would that be on tape or live?
It'll all be taped.
Like Cartoon Network?
Yeah, something sort of like that, yeah.
Okay. Because I know a lot of... That's what, I'm the man with the plan.
Yeah.
I'm the man with the plan.
Well, plan it on, brother.
Always remember that.
All right.
Don't never hurt anyone unless they hurt you first.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, man.
We just have to pray for people and go on.
Okay, man.
Okay, I'll pray for you, okay?
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Hello, you on there?
Rick, man, I'd just like to tell Eddie I feel sorry for him having all them big men jump on him. I mean, that's a shame.
Well, did you I mean, the guy, I know Eddie. Eddie's a tough guy, but, I mean, the way he hit that mat is not normal.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, take two big men like that to beat up on a little 140-pound man.
Exactly. Why? Why is it necessary? Why are they doing so much, and they doing all these attacks on Eddie? Don Carson had to hit me with a car to get the job done. And then he takes a little 140-pound Eddie, I call him Eddie the Monster Wilson, and bounces him off the mat like a basketball. I mean, we're lucky Eddie's neck ain't broke after that, or at least 2 or 3 vertebrae misaligned.
Eddie's not even trained in wrestling, is he?
No, Eddie is an announcer, for Christ's sakes. I mean, come on, the people in the boxing center, this is not like the fans were cringing, okay, when he hit that mat. I mean, it frightened people when Eddie hit that mat. You know what I'm saying? No, Eddie's not a trained wrestler. No, Eddie is he's not a physically fit wrestling man. You know what I'm saying? He is not a wrestler. There's no reason to be throwing him around like that.
Where's Sebastian Kane headed to?
Nobody knows.
They don't know.
Nobody knows what the future holds for Sebastian Kane. All we know is that right now he is gone from the AIWF. He has quit. He has walked out.
Do you think he'll wrestle again?
I'm sure he will. I mean, I don't like the guy, but he has a lot of talent. And any organization, as much as even though they'd have to deal with the problems that comes with him, any organization would get a great wrestler in Sebastian Kane if they picked him up.
Yeah, and I don't think you should leave, Rick, because...
I'm not going nowhere, man. I love it here. I mean, you know?
And if you do leave, like, you know, have sort of like still connections. Can't you wrestle in 2 federations? Haven't I seen, like...
Yes. It can be done. It can, unless you sign a major contract with like WCW or WWF, you can run the independent circuit. And I've done that. Me and Brian Danzig held the All-Pro Wrestling Tag titles this year in Tennessee. I mean, you know, I have run the independent circuit. Right now, I'm just concentrating so much on the AIWF that I don't have time to work for nobody else.
Well, can you, like, go to WCW and, like, work out something with the contract and still wrestle with AIWF?
Yes, there is people that's done that, but if you'll notice, the ones that do that don't never get no title shots. They don't never get no main event matches.
So
they're fill-ins, man. That's all they are. They fill in the bottom part of the card. Rock and Roll Express is one.
Yeah, I seen them. They wrestle on it, but they getting too old.
Yeah.
I'm getting sick of them.
Yeah,
they
everybody's
wrestle on
pretty
that
much sick
Saturday night. And I hate all that WCW when they get them.
I'll tell you who might be negotiating with the AIWF for a match or two. Bunkhouse Buck.
Bunkhouse Buck?
Yeah.
That joke is crazy.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, man.
I've heard that the AIWF may be going to talk or has talked to Bunkhouse Buck.
Well, I'd help y'all out a little bit there.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I don't like all them Mexican wrestlers on WCW. I mean, I'm not against Mexicans. I'm talking about...
Well, I have to admit I like them. I mean, look what they can do.
Oh, I know, but I think I like to watch the main events.
Good old American wrestling.
Like NWO is going to do. They always wait till the last 10 minutes of the show before NWO does something.
Programming, man. You know,
yeah,
make them want to tune in next week.
Yeah,
you know, I ain't going to bullcrap you about it.
That old tired old Jeff Jarrett's now in the daggone WCW. I hate him.
Well, I still say that, in my opinion, that's who'll take Flair's place at Halloween Havoc.
Oh, I like his daddy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, his daddy's a pretty cool guy. All right, well, I'll talk to you later, Rick.
All right, man, thanks a lot. Hey, hate to cut everybody off, but we're running out of time. It's time to hit the road, man. I'm going to go try to get some sleep. I did not sleep for 2 hours last night. We'll be back next week, maybe with some more interesting news and wild things that's going on in the AIWF. We'll see you then.
Come on, Rick! Come on, come on, Butch Darrell!
Yeah. Hey.
The doughboy got laid out! Come on, Rick!